Welcome to Reapy Mods, guys. Today we're looking at Raze My Settlement, showcased on an original Xbox One, with links for the PC versions on Bethesda.net and Nexus Mods available down below. This mod adds a holotape for those of you who are sick and tired of manually scrapping your settlements each and every playthrough. With the press of a button, this mod will begin dismantling your settlements without breaking any precombines. Now if you guys go on to find this showcase helpful and are looking for some more, consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Loading into your game, you'll notice a holotape titled Raze My Settlement in your inventory. If you don't have it, or lost it somehow, you can craft one over at the chemistry bench under Utility. Before using the holotape, be sure that you are standing in a settlement that you actually own, and preferably right next to the workbench. Opening the holotape, we get a list of options here. The first being corpse removal with loot first in parentheses. This is because it deletes corpses entirely, meaning you will lose the items on the corpses if you don't loot them beforehand. A test of this in Sanctuary revealed that it removed the 3 bloatflies I had killed in one of the houses. A skeleton in the same house was untouched as it is not recognized as a corpse. Upon completion, you will see a notification in the top left corner of the screen with how many corpses were found and cleared. Next on the list here is Gather Everything. What this gathers for you is everything that isn't inside of a container or corpse and places it all in the workbench. This will include things like loose junk, food, caps, armor, clothing, weapons, and the main DLC items as well. Upon activating it, you will get a notification telling you that it is checking for junk. Feel free to close your Pip-Boy and walk around as it works in the background. Items and objects that are not included during this action are things like bobbleheads, perk magazines, Creation Club content, and new non-vanilla items added by mods. For example, the alternate start mod I am using spawned me with a casual outfit in my inventory. Finding another casual outfit in Sanctuary, I dropped both of them on the ground and activated the Gather Everything command. It only picked up the one I found after spawning in, not the one I had spawned in with from the alternate start mod. However, it gathered the rolling pin that was given to me by the alternate start mod, as well as weapons I spawned in using the cheat terminal mod. So this might just be a slight oversight on this one outfit here, perhaps. Now moving on to Raze Everything in our holotape here. Activating this will gather everything before it begins breaking down everything that the player can manually scrap in workshop mode. This will only delete vanilla objects, but DLC locations are said to be supported as well. You will see the number of items checked and the progress as it deletes them. Feel free to walk around as it finds and deletes all the items that it can. Items inside of containers and corpses are placed into the workshop upon deletion, including mod added items. I even tested out entering workshop mode while it was raising items and was able to build new things without it deleting them or interfering with anything. In larger settlements like Spectacle Island, you will need to run the holotape 3 to 4 times while standing in various places on the island. That's because the place is so big, the game literally doesn't have the stuff like rendered in memory, or they don't exist yet for the holotape to grab them and find them. So you have to be closer to them in order for them to be loaded in and found by the holotape. So those of you playing on PC or maybe the newer consoles should hopefully see much faster load times for these actions. Again, you are seeing this on an original Xbox One, so that will explain the time it takes for it to process everything. There are several items which are not touched by gathering or raising. These are often lore related, such as computers, Sean's crib, the Soul Survivor's refrigerator, the lights and pumps at Red Rocket, and a whole lot of things at the castle. It also avoids beds, sleeping bags, workbenches, and anything specially scrappable in the Mechanist layer and Vault 88. You can use the holotape in home plate as well, and you might be able to run it in a custom mod settlement, but that depends on how well the settlement was put together, and the mod author makes no guarantees, so don't ask. This mod will not add scrap to the workbench when raising your settlement. This is an impossible task, so the Holotape has an add basic scrap command with sanctuary in parentheses. This attempts to place raw scrap into the workbench as if you had manually scrapped sanctuary by hand, and is meant as a one-size-fits-all. This means that going to other settlements and selecting this option will give you the same exact set of materials, so it doesn't change depending on the settlement you are in. Alternatively, the next command, titled Shipments, will give us the option to add shipments of concrete, steel, and wood, as well as common, uncommon, and rare shipments to the workbench. Feel free to use another mod, such as the cheat terminal, to add specific scrap or specific quantities of scrap at your leisure. Now our next option in our holotape here is Raze Built Settlement, with experimental in parentheses. Activating this showed that it searched a small amount of built items, and I'm assuming that these are specifically items I have built manually instead of the entire vanilla settlement. Now doing this also resets our build limit for our settlement. Which leads us into our next option in the holotape, the settlement budget command. You should be careful with this one, as selecting it will even warn you to save your game in case it breaks from any changes made here. The mod author recommends staying on the lower end, around 10%, especially for console users. It then ranges from 1.5 times the normal build budget up to 4 times the budget. Anything above 2 times the budget recommends a powerful to godlike CPU and GPU. The last option in our holotape is Keep Trees. Toggle this before you raise your settlements to keep the trees around. Pretty simple. Alright guys, that wraps up the showcase of Raze My Settlement, available on Xbox and PC. Sorry PlayStation. If you guys find this video helpful or informative in any way, hit that like button and subscribe for more mod showcases like this one. You can also follow me over on Twitter for updates on the channel, as well as any upcoming videos. So let me know what you guys think of the mod down below in the comments, and thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys next time on Reaping Mods.
Too many miles on the road. At least the pay is terrible.
Hey, at least it's honest work.